Well, a developing story tonight. It's one device many people in Greenville County have wanted for our deputies, body cameras. Well, now that's becoming a reality this month. Take a look at this. Boxes full of hundreds of cameras, and the training to use them isn't far behind. We talked to the Greenville County Sheriff's Office, who tell us the cameras aren't perfect, but it's a device that will help them give more answers than they had before. Fox Carolina's Shell Ramin has been following this story. So, Shell, this is a big purchase for the Sheriff's Office, right?
Well, that's exactly right, Cody. We saw Sheriff Will Lewis push transparency throughout his entire campaign, and a big way to prove that was through these body cameras. Now, the Sheriff's Office says that doesn't mean necessarily that deputies' behavior will change because of the body cameras. They say they'll continue to do the job they always have.
One compact box, a small lens, and a deputy. That's all it takes now to see what exactly unfolds during their time on duty.
So many incidents that have occurred over the country have been by word of mouth, or maybe not a full video capture of what it entailed. So it was kind of a law enforcement perspective versus a citizen perspective. This is going to allow everybody to ideally to see visually what transpired.
The Greenville County Sheriff's Office has about 300 body cameras, all waiting to be unpacked out of these boxes to serve as another piece of go-to evidence.
Law enforcement as a whole is the most visible form of government, and we've always been that way. We're in marked cars, we're in uniform on a daily basis, so we're used to being scrutinized by the public, and this is not necessarily something that's going to be viewed upon where we're being scrutinized, but this is an opportunity for us, again, to establish transparency.
We've heard from Sheriff Will Lewis from the time he was sworn into office all the way back to his campaign time of just how important these devices really are.
That's one of the big things that he's ran on during his whole campaign, and since he's took office, is the promotion of transparency. And this is the primary focus of how he's going to be able to do that, through the body-worn cameras.
It will no longer be he said, she said. The proof will be in the picture. By March 14th, hundreds of deputies will be trained on how to work the cameras that will become a part of their uniform. And although these body cameras are top of the line, Greenville County Sheriff's Office says don't expect panoramic perfection.
Essentially, it'll go in like this, and then that snaps on right there.
They don't capture everything. They are going to give us a lot of benefits, but at the same time, if people are hoping to go out here and that they're going to be able to capture every single thing that transpired during the course of an incident, they're going to be disappointed, because it only captures a certain portion of where the deputy's facing, for example.
After the officer-involved shooting of Jason Mendez, his family and local activists have seen surveillance video, but are still looking for answers. The new body cameras could benefit both officers and citizens in situations like this in the future.
Now, the funding for these body cameras have come from two primary sources, a state and federal grant, roughly adding up to $58,000. Now, the Sheriff's Office is waiting on $100,000 from the Platinum Plus scandal. You may recall the strip club was shut down for court orders for violating in order to stop operating as a sexually oriented business. Now, this case is going through the appeals process. Cody?
So, Shell, we saw those cameras in those boxes. When do they plan on unpacking those and getting them out?
Well, they'll start unpacking those March 6th, and new hardware is being installed on them as we speak. Now, around March 14th, that's when we'll see these deputies go through a 3 to 4 day course that will last about 1 hour so they know how to use them, and then they'll be out on the ground with these new body cameras. Live in the newsroom, Shell Ramin, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.